Good morning, everybody, and this is your S&P 500 day trade setup for today. So it looks like we're in for a pretty interesting week, and there's a couple of things that are actually transpiring at the moment. And I think the first thing I want to do is just draw that in. We can actually go from there pretty much. I don't know what you guys can see, but to me that is a consolidation wedge. We have a inside bar and what looks like a piercing pattern starting to form. It hasn't finished yet. We're on the 8 hour, so that's one thing we need to pay attention to. The other thing that we also need to pay attention to is the fact that this channel has broken to the downside. So that's the top of the channel, also the bottom of the channel, and that there, something like that, is roughly the top of the channel. So look at my oscillators. Oscillators are grouping quite nicely. At the moment, does look like diversion from the swing low to there. You can see it's a low, and at the moment it's slightly higher. So yeah, I'm bullish. I mean, the reality of what happened on Friday, there was a lot of profit taking, a lot of positions being liquidated so that some hedge funds could cover their shorts, or just actually get capital together so that they didn't have to cover their shorts. And it just boggles my mind. The risk management of some of these hedge funds at the moment is absolutely insane. Makes me quite grateful that I'm not a billionaire that gives their money to invest, because it's absolutely insane. I mean, there's nothing more we can say about that, except learn from it. Always have your stop in. You can be wrong. Don't think that you're never going to be wrong. And I think that's what's basically happening with some of these hedge funds right now. Anyway, right, so on the 3 hour, we had a bit of a double bottom here last week, and we did rally off that, and then we came back and we formed a new low. So what I do want to do is just put that level in, because it is fairly significant. Okay, so this is 37.13. So 3700 itself is pretty much what we're flirting with right now. So 3700, 3700, that is the level we need to pay attention to. And as you can see, we had a fairly good gap down, close halfway up the previous red bar. That is a piercing pattern on the 3 hour. Now what we want to do is we want to have it continue on the higher time frames. Now just bear in mind, we haven't had a crossover yet on the 8 hour, but on the 3 hour we definitely have had a crossover. So we had crossover the moving averages there, and the 155 is also crossing over at the moment. I do have a grouping of oscillators. That is a buying opportunity. We're at a level 3,700, fairly big level. So immediately I need to come down to the 1 hour and have a look at what is gonna make sense. So for the first thing that's gonna make sense is 37.13, probably 37.10, yeah, 37.12, 37.13. That's the first level we've broken through. No entry just yet. Obviously, we're going to wait for a move up and a pullback. We wait for a higher low, and then that's going to give us a better entry. So just be prepared for volatility, though. I think that's not going to go away today. There's still going to be round 2 of Wall Street versus Reddit at the moment. So we're coming up to a level here as well, which 37.31, which should offer some resistance. I'm reluctant to be selling. Just be clear about that right now. I'm looking for opportunities to buy. This is a buy the dip market. We've got some big results coming out this week. So we've got Amazon, we've got Google, we've got some massive results coming out this week. So I'm really not looking to short this market. I'm looking for opportunities to buy, and that is what I'm waiting for. So if we come down to the hour, you can see that we now have a little bit of a different structure. That's not quite a wedge. I'd probably put that as a channel rather than a wedge. So we break that channel, then we're targeting the previous high, and I'll give that to you there, and that does make sense as well. Look to the left, look at all the interaction here, and that is 38.30 again. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the European Open, waiting for some structure to form. The Dow, sorry, not the Dow, but the DAX is up 0.8% in pre-market at the moment. So there's something brewing in Europe at the moment. Anyway, so that's kind of my story for today. I think this week is looking for opportunity to buy into this, and could be some fairly interesting moves this week. I think most of the selling that was done last week, I don't think there's going to be any more selling. I don't think anybody else is going to be selling large positions like some of the hedge funds did on Thursday and Friday. They basically liquidated a lot of their long holdings just to make sure they got capital to continue playing the short. I mean, it's a lesson in trading, and I really didn't think that these massive organizations would allow that kind of risk management. Well, there's no risk management, so anyway. Okay, ranting again, but anyway, so what we're looking for, pull back onto 37.12, see if we can hold that. That would be my first signal to start scaling in on this. If we do drop down again, then this was quite a big fall in pre-market. If you think about it, we gapped down there at 200 points. So we could also test that low. That's the other thing you need to bear in mind. So we could test that low right now. So for me, 15-minute, it is wait for the breaks, and you can see we're testing moving averages. Look at mask later, so you should expect a pullback. If you start pulling back and start building a higher low, that's an opportunity to buy into it. As soon as it runs, stop to entry, and let's see if we can break through some of the structure. And I think I've got the structure slightly wrong here. There it is there. Yeah, you can see it's a pretty clear channel. Okay, so yeah, wait for the pullback, wait for structure. Start setting up some nice price action off one of the levels to the downside, and you can actually bring the levels in on the 15-minute. So this is sort of the market close in this zone. So you can always expect a pullback back onto here as well before the US Open, and even at the US Open, is pull back and find structure here and then move to the upside. So look for these highs. As soon as you start taking out these highs, move up, come back and find support on it. Opportunity to buy it. Scale in slowly. You've got a pretty wide stop at the moment because it's going to be volatile, and then you start looking for the levels to the upside. Okay, so 37.72, which is kind of the underside of the bigger range or the bigger channel, but it's also pretty good structure there as well. So that'd be the first area to pay attention to. Then up to the previous highs, and then once we break those previous highs, I can't really give you, there's no real structure here. That the trend is up. I mean, that's the bottom line. If you look at the weekly, so what I'm looking for is opportunity to buy. I mean, it's quite simple. Yes, the oscillators are pointing down at the moment, and remember what I said, they can stay like that for an extended period of time. So they have eased off as well, so that's another reason why you need to start looking to see what's going to transpire. Anyway, that's my view today. Hope it helps you. Look for those pullbacks, wait for structure. As soon as you start seeing structure, hop in on it, and then you're looking to trade to the upside. And I think I take my reading from the 1 hour as well. So we are grouped at the downside here, so it's an opportunity. Wait till we group to the upside, take your profit, wait for the pullback, get back in, and just watch your levels accordingly. Okay, anyway guys, that's it for me today. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you bright and breezy tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.